Hello guys and welcome to my new channel called From Scratch to Orchestra. My name is Valentine and if you clicked on this video, it means you're interested in learning music theory. It's been a while that I'm playing music. I began playing the piano when I was a child, but quickly I decided to quit my music school because of music theory. So I'm mainly self-taught, and concerning the technique I'm pretty okay. But on the other hand, about music theory, I'm kind of limited. But still, I've always been interested in film scoring, pieces of famous composers, and especially in writing music. But my lack of knowledge in music theory has always been a big obstacle for me to feel very comfortable with composing. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are in the same situation as me. Then I thought to myself, why not just create a YouTube channel where we learn music theory all together? So long story short, I propose you to follow me in a journey consisting in learning step by step, clearly and easily, music theory. Starting from the very basics up to the difficult stuff where I will learn at the same time as you. So please like and subscribe to not miss a thing, and let's learn music theory all together. I hope you guys will enjoy it. During the first lessons, we'll use the piano. It's not necessary to learn the piano, but it will be a big help to understand the basics of music theory. It's very visual and convenient to explain some theoretical aspects, but we will get rid of it quickly. If you're not familiar with the piano, you'll need to be able to recognize notes on the keyboard, and to help you out with that, we'll begin the lessons with the C major scale. Roughly speaking, a scale is a group of notes that sound good together, so it's very important to understand and remember scales to have a good understanding of music. As indicated by its name, the C major scale begins with the note C, which is called the tonic, or the root note. It just means that it comes in first position within the scale. So first, you need to know where the C is on the keyboard. An easy way to learn that is to take a look directly at the piano. You can notice that there's a sort of pattern repeating itself. 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, and so on. To find the C, you just need to take a closer look to the 2 black keys, and on the left of those keys is the C. Now, instead of just learning where are the other notes, let's try to understand the keyboard. To go up in pitch, you need to go to the right-hand side of the keyboard, and to go down in pitch, to the left-hand side. So for example, now that you can spot the C on the keyboard, if we try to identify the closest highest C, we will go for this key. And then, if you play them together, here you got an octave. It's the name of the interval that represents a C in the closest highest C, which is 2 times higher in pitch than the first one. That's the first word of vocabulary that you have to memorize. Intervals are very important in music theory. They define the difference in pitch between 2 notes, and that will be your tool to construct chords later on. Inside this octave, you can see that there's a certain number of notes. Indeed, in Western European music, an octave is equally divided by 12. Then, to go from one C to the very next highest C, there's 12 notes to pass. Those 12 notes are all the notes that you can possibly have on almost any Western European instrument. In between each and every single one of these notes, there's what is called a semitone, or half step. That's your second important word. Semitones are the smallest pitch difference possible between 2 notes. They can be seen as small Lego blocks useful to construct bigger blocks that will be other intervals. Each interval has its own number of semitone, but we will go deeper in that in another video. For now, what you have to understand is that to pass from one note to its closest neighbor, the pitch will change by a semitone higher or lower, depending on if you go right or left on the keyboard. So as I said, here we are interested in the C major scale. There are rules to build a regular scale. First, a scale must be composed of 8 notes, among 7 must be different. Second, it has to start with a tonic and ending as well with a tonic, but 2 times higher. Third, it has to respect a certain pattern, and this pattern is defined by the adjective of the scale. In our case, the adjective is major. It's the C major scale. This scale has a very convenient particularity to be composed only of white keys. So we start with the C, and then, using only the white keys, you go up to the next C. And the name of the notes you'll find along your way are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Here you got your 8 notes, beginning as well as ending with the tonic. This is your C major scale. But why those notes? Why this order? Well, it's because we have to respect the major pattern. The pattern consists of the number of semitones between each note of the scale. Let me explain. You can notice that the number of semitones between C and D is not the same than between E and F. Indeed, between C and D, there's a black key. So there's two semitones, also called a tone or whole step between them. Whereas between E and F, there's no black key. There's only a half step between them. So going from left to right, counting semitones between every single note of the scale, you end up with whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And if you respect carefully this order, no matter what note you start with, you constructed a major scale. Isn't it simple? Just remember this pattern and you have every major scale possible in your hands. Work a little bit every day on this point and you'll see it will get stuck in your brain very quickly. Now you could ask yourself, is there other adjectives for scales? Yes, there's plenty of them. But another very important one is the adjective minor. And to study minor scales, we'll use the A minor scale. As for the C major scale, it uses only the white keys, but this time starting with A. Find the A on the keyboard, thanks to the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then go up to the closest higher A using only the white keys. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A, all notes that you already know. And then you count the whole step and half step it gives you as we did for the C major scale, and it gives in the end whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. And there you got the pattern of a minor scale. And once again, no matter what note you start with, if you used correctly this pattern, you constructed a perfectly valid minor scale. So now you know how to build a minor scale and a major scale, regardless of the note you start with. You know already more than half of the notes used in Western European music, as well as some essential basic vocabulary of music theory. If you have any questions about what we saw in this video, please comment in the comment section down below and I will be more than happy to answer it. Next time we'll talk about the black keys, how to implement them in scales, and how to name them by getting familiar with the concept of accidentals. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to show me your support, and hit the bell button to be aware of every new video I release. See you next time.